cheering. I haven't even done anything yet. You can actually cheer more than that if you'd like. Jeez, that was so genuine and unprompted. It's a beautiful day in the neighbor pool. A beautiful day to be Deadpool. It's story time. Story time. Ah. Are you all ready for story time? Yes. You like that song, don't you, little kid? You guys like Mr. Rogers? Yeah? I'm a pretty big fan of Captain America myself. Well, all right. If you guys are ready for story time, that's good to hear because I certainly have a story to tell. Gosh, I love to talk. Today's story is a beloved bedtime classic, mashed up with a very profitable licensing agreement. You guessed it, it's CinderPool. Oh, we got some fans of CinderPool out there, huh? No spoilers for the rest of everyone now. Now I've got my reading glasses on. I can see all your beautiful shining faces. And that doesn't work. Very nice. Look at these adorable drawings, by the way. Look how cute Dog Bull is, huh? Aww. Oh, Mary Poppins, huh? Yeah, I scribbled these myself. Thank you for saying aw. All right. Once upon a time. You know what? It just feels wrong when I'm doing it with myself. Why don't we all say it together, shall we? 1, 2, 3.
Once upon a time.
Wow, that was very good. Oh, thank you, little child. Well, upon that time, once, CinderPool lived in a big mansion with his shiny-headed step professor and a bunch of hideous step mutants. The biggest one, Colossus, was always making up stupid rules that no one cared about. Like, please stop labeling other people's food in the fridge with your own initials. And for the love of Feige, stop hanging your underwear from the ceiling fan. I know, I never understood that rule either. The other main step mutant, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, such a cool name, was always just texting and rolling her eyes. They were both super jealous because CinderPool had a much, and I mean much, larger fan base. Yeah, they don't call this story time with Colossus now, do they? One day, an expendable non-union extra came running across the mansion grounds, screaming, King Thanos was planning the biggest battle of Phase 3. The last truly relevant phase. I know, right? CinderPool was very bummed and desperately wanted to go to the big battle, but Colossus said no. Too dangerous. CinderPool don't know how to be part of team. And then Colossus ripped up CinderPool's nicest costume before Negasonic Teenage Warhead, again, such a cool name, made it explode into a million pieces with her mind powers. And then popped her gum. Oh, so Gen Z. On fleek, Sigma, no cap. CinderPool was very bummed and felt very vulnerable and exposed. Minus 100,000 aura, as Negasonic would say. He ran out onto the mansion grounds, stumbling for dramatic effect. Oh, hello there. When suddenly, a big, strange, sparkly circle appeared. And from out of that big, strange, sparkly circle walked out CinderPool's fairy, hairy god mutant, Wolverine! Alright, come on, Loki Bear. You have to actually step through the big, strange, sparkly circle. Otherwise, the audience isn't going to know that you're here yet. Fine. Yes! Oh, yes! So glad we get to tag team this together. Wait a second. Where's your matching cardigan? I made you one from scratch.
I shredded that.
Wow, that wasn't very demure of you. Not very mindful at all, Loki Bear, but that's all right. Anyway, oh, fairy, hairy god mutants, Wolverine! I desperately want to go to the big battle, but my mean step mutants vaporize my costume.
Shut up!
I growled Wolverine lovingly.
What?
I need a new costume. I have to go to the big battle.
So get another costume then. And stop writing me any of these stories.
Okay, well, that kid really thought that was funny. That's all right. Well, after that very sage and somewhat Australian advice, CinderPool went off to the wardrobe department to get a freshly laundered costume, and then went to the big battle. CinderPool missed most of it, though, because he stopped for some delicious chimichangas along the way. Yeah, priorities, right, kid? But rest assured, when CinderPool got there, the Avengers were still winning. Captain America looked so cool and so ruggedly handsome in those pants. And meanwhile, CinderPool's fairy hairy god mutant, Wolverine, was...
I'm going to Pim's.
Oh, okay. Pim's, yeah, that honestly checks out. Well, thanks for coming, Logie Bear. I mean, I guess we didn't really have the rights to him back then anyway, so that's fine. Anyway, as the aliens were finally fleeing away in defeat, CinderPool saw something on the steps of one of the spaceships. It was a single glove. High five, child. There we go. Memories forever. Wow. This gauntlet was so fancy, big and gold with beautiful jewels. I think there were 6 of them, not that that's really relevant information. I wonder who this fits, thought CinderPool before trying it on. After some clicking, whizzing, and whirring, it adjusted right to CinderPool's arm. Then, out of nowhere, Iron Man came flying in out of left field screaming, "Hey, take that off. Don't you dare take the sacrifice from me. I really don't want to be Iron Man until I'm 90. In fact, I would rather be doomed than be Iron Man again. Trust me, I'm just as confused as you guys are. And then other, much less relevant Avengers came running in too, saying things like, "Please put that down, that's not a toy, whatever you do, do not snap." Yeah, you know, CinderPool obviously snapped. CinderPool snapped a bunch, both physically and mentally. And then the weirdest thing happened. It was probably unrelated to CinderPool's actions, but half of everyone kept disappearing, and then reappearing, and then disappearing again. So many people were crying. Tony said, "I love you" like 3,000 times, which is kind of weird. But eventually, everyone did come back. Well, everyone except for those that text and call during a movie theater experience. We didn't want them back. But everyone else did. But then, the Avengers tackled CinderPool, ripped off his new fancy favorite glove, and then when they went on to remake the movie, they CGI'd Tony's head onto CinderPool's majestic body, and it went on to become the most profitable film of the Feige cinematic universe. Woo! Yeah, the FCU, as I like to call it. I know, I'm still workshopping that acronym. I feel like there's just one too many letters. Well, anyway, everything honestly worked out for CinderPool, because CinderPool went on to start his own, even more successful franchise, yeah! Woo! That's right, who's relevant now? It was so successful, in fact, that CinderPool was eventually invited to be part of the Avengers Endgame 2. Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, in theaters at some point, stay tuned. Well, that's the end. Game, if you will. All right, thank you for laughing, child. I practiced that in the shower all morning. You guys couldn't have laughed harder than that. Well, anyway, thank you all for coming to another illustrious story time with your new favorite Disney princess, Deadpool.